So if I was to go through because now you've moved up, right? So you put down the featherweight crown and now you moved up to 130. Right, I'm gonna call out some names now, and I just want you to just briefly, not going to know briefly, but why you'd beat these guys briefly. Carl Frampton, why would you beat him, champ?
He's too short.
Okay. All right.
He too short, man. He too short.
Josh Warrington.
Josh Warrington, go on.
You said just Warrington?
Josh Warrington. Why would you beat Josh Warrington?
Oh, Josh Warrington? Too reckless.
Too reckless.
Too reckless.
Okay, Gervonta Davis, because I remember you two going back and forth with each other on Twitter. Why would you beat Gervonta Davis?
Discipline.
Come on. Do the thing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, live on The Fight Is Right.
Sorry, what do you say about my black book again? That black book of mine?
That book that you got, Spencer, is powerful. I'm not going to lie. The black book, the John Wick book. But ladies and gentlemen, on The Fight Is Right, we have the Newark native. And I'm telling you, see Newark here? Newark is a serious place, Spence. Newark is the place. It's the hometown.
It's actually Newark.
Newark of Whitney Houston.
Oh, come on, man.
Ice-T.
Come on, man.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Come on, man.
Queen Latifah.
Come on, man.
And the one and only Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. Look, when I see Shakur, I'm always laughing. I'm smiling because Shakur's got one of them faces that, bruv, it's like, bruv, he's fighting, but he's smiling.
Listen, man.
He's fighting, but he's smiling.
You know his nickname, when he first started off, right, when he's going through, his nickname was Sugar.
Yeah, Sugar.
And then it came out to Fearless.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not Sugar no more. Shakur.
No, it's Fearless.
What's the name? What's the name now?
Somebody gave me that fearless nickname. I ain't like that nickname. Like,
So
I don't know where
remove
that
yourself
even
from
came
it.
From, like,
So you're still the Sugar. You're still
that's
Sugar.
not my nickname.
You're still Sugar.
Man, we want Sugar.
No, it was never Sugar either.
So why was it? Okay.
I ain't never have a nickname.
Yes.
I like that. Plain and simple. Because your first name is actually Ash. Is that right?
Yeah.
Come on. I know the history. Ash, Shakur. Give me there's more. I know there's more. I forgot the full name, but I know Ash Shakur. There's something with an N.
Yeah.
There's something with an N. Is it Nadir or something?
Nafi-Shahid.
Come on.
That's some powers there, you know.
Powerful name. But listen, I know that you're the eldest of 9 siblings.
Yeah.
So, what was it like, growing up as the man, so to speak, of the house? What kind of example did you feel you have to set for your younger siblings?
I mean, I just had to be the one to set the right example, as far as like being that big brother and making sure I was there for my little brothers and making sure that they always knew they had a big brother, and still to this day they know like they got their big brother. So I had to lead by example. By in my way, I was boxing and doing stuff to like feed my family. So I thought that was like a good way to keep them like on top of their game too, because it's like they see me doing it and they want to do it. They want to do stuff and do stuff for their family. I mean, do stuff for our family too. So
yes, sir.
I think I just wanted to lead by example.
Yes, sir.
I think you're doing that now because, like, I remember, what was it 2014? The youth junior Olympics?
Yes.
When you won the gold medal.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about you then. It's a commentator over in the UK, Ron McIntosh. And Ron McIntosh did the commentary on your fight. That was at flyweight. And I remember Ron saying to me, look out for this kid. He's a special talent. And then, what was you, 17 then? 16? You were young.
Yeah. I was 17.
Right, yeah, 17. And like, I went and I go, I said, look at this guy, man, how he moves and how you put your shots together. Man, you've been a problem for a hot minute, brother. What made you get into boxing?
my grandfather, when I was 5 years old, he had took me to he played like little baseball, like little like rec league type baseball.
Yes.
And I was watching, and I went to one of his games, and he brought some of his fighters to the game. But I'm like 5 years old, and I met them, and they told me like they was boxers. Then the next day, I'm like, Papa, can you take me to the boxing gym? Like I wanna be a boxer too. Like I seen all them kids you had, and
Yes.
I wanna like join them. And then he took me to the gym, and once I got in the gym, I just fell in love. Like it was no looking back from there. So
That's serious.
my grandfather got me into it.
So, like, when you went to Olympics, it must have been an incredible experience. You went to Olympics, and when you boxed and you came second best against the Cuban, I remember watching that fight. Yeah. Right. And I remember watching that fight. It was Ramirez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching that fight, and I'm saying to myself, like, if it was a 4-round fight, you know what I mean? And like your skills, I think, like, even though for a young man, the poise that you demonstrated, do you think it was a lot of pressure on you? 'Cause I remember Floyd came out to the Olympics then as well.
Yes.
Right. Was that pressure on you because of your age and stuff?
Nah. I don't think it was no pressure. It wasn't the pressure. I think that I wasn't 100% at my best. Like I feel like me at 100%. That's why like I was feeling the way I was feeling, because me at 100%, nobody could beat me. Like I know, like me on top of my game, there's no person in the world that could beat Shakur Stevenson. And I think that day was like a big learning lesson for my career, and like it followed me to like the pros now to know like me on top of my game. Like I went to a tournament with Ramirez, and we went to a tournament like about 4 months out from the Olympics. I had to qualify for the Olympics at the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up losing to a kid. I ended up fighting the kid that he lost to in the finals. Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
like I beat the holy shit out of him. Like, but I ran through the whole tournament. And if I'd have fought Ramirez, this is how I feel. Like, if I'd have fought him in that tournament where I was 100% at my best and on top of my game and real hungry, and I think that I'd have torched him. But I think when the Olympics came, it was a lot of stuff going on like behind the scenes that people did not know. Like,
Okay, yeah.
there was a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff where I lost my focus, and I learned that me on top of my game that I can do whatever, because I did that off of like, I felt like that was 35% of Shakur Stevenson at the Olympic Games.
Wow.
And I felt like I still did what I did to get to the finals. And even in the final fight, I lost by a split decision. And I felt like that was me at 35%. And I promise you, like, I'm not no person. I don't make no excuses. I didn't go out the ring saying I got robbed. Like, you don't get no better from that. Like, you learn from like your experience. So I know how to get better from experiences. And I know that in that Olympic fight, I was not 100%, but I beat myself, and I never beat myself again. I never in my life beat myself, and I learned that now in the pros, it's going to follow me throughout my career.
So would you say, well, I mean, you say you've been boxing from the age of 5. Would you put most of your success down to natural talent, or more just the hard work, the dedication, and the consistency of your craft, or to your craft?
I think it's a combination of both. Like, I think when I first started off, it was like me just being talented. And then I would always get, like, when I was younger, I would get to the finals in, like, tournaments. And I lose by, like, 1 or 2 points. And I used to realize, like, only reason why I was losing because it's, like, these guys must be training harder than me, and they preparing a lot more than me.
Yes.
And I just was, like, so talented that I could make my way through tournaments without even really training that hard. But once I realized, like...
sorry. I just... So, wait. We gotta give you the round of applause. Go on, talk.
Real talk.
Teach, brother, teach.
Carry on, bruv.
No, but once I realized that I'm better than these dudes, and all I had to do was really just put some hard work into it. And I had realized, like, I got 8 other little brothers and sisters that I gotta make sure I gotta feed too, and I put that responsibility on myself. So ever since I felt like that, I've been in the gym working hard. And I mean, it ain't been easy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of people would think like, okay, once you like locked in and you focus, it's times where you're gonna be like locked in and focused, and then it's stuff that'll drift your focus and take you away from what you're supposed to. And that's what happened to me, like in the Olympics, like which I was talking about. My focus got drifted. I started thinking about pussy.
Come on.
Clubs, I started thinking about all this other stuff that really is like, it's stuff that's gonna be here for you, like when your career is over. Like
that's right. It's
still gonna be here. So it's like I done got to the point now where it's like I done learned like all that stuff, dude, that's just right now. Like that shit don't even matter. What's really important is me becoming what I wanted to be. As a kid, I always wanted to be the best boxer ever, and I set myself out and put a goal on my back to become that. So now I'm en route, and now it's like I'm fighting off of every demon and all these stuff trying to come my way, and it's like I'm just fighting it. Like you're not gonna come inside my world, and take over my world because I want to be what I want to be.
Focus is it. And you know the line that you're going to say because you want to be what you want to see. That's Tunde's line, but I love the line, and that's what you're doing.
Tell me something. I understand, obviously you signed a promotional contract with Top Rank, but correct me if I'm mistaken, Andre Ward is actually your manager? Is that the case?
Andre Ward and Jay Prince. And Dubin.
Yes, sir. Tell me what kind of inspiration and motivation Andre Ward has been to you thus far in your career.
I mean, Andre Ward was my favorite boxer coming up.
Yes,
like he was like the boxer I used to watch on YouTube, but he mainly like it was Andre Ward because it's like he was the last person to win a gold medal.
Yes.
And I used to watch his fights and be like, man, I want to be like that dude. Like, the U.S. ain't bringing back no gold medals and stuff, so I want to be like that dude. So as I was a kid, I started watching him. And then a kid from our gym ended up having to go spar Andre Ward, Antoine Douglas.
Yeah, I remember.
He ended up, he getting a call. He got a call about going to spar him, and I asked, like, can I go down there with him, like, to go watch the sparring and stuff? And they took me down, and I had to, like, sleep on the couch.
Come on.
And, like, they was all on the bed, but I didn't care because it's like I still got the
experience.
Be around, like, the experience of, like, watching Andre Ward in person.
Yes.
And shit. Ever since then, it's like, man, I went to that training camp. It kind of made me want to get on top of my games, and I kind of stole moves from Dre. And then I done went to like 3-4 more training camps where he getting ready for Kovalev and some of these other guys. And when I'm away, I'm getting sparring videos of Dre. Dre don't even know about this.
Come on.
I'm not gonna tell like who got the sparring videos and send it to me, but I'm still like getting sparring videos of like Dre and studying all this stuff and getting all this stuff. So Andre was my favorite boxer like coming up, but now it's like when I got to meet him in person, he's actually like a good person. Like he's a real good person too.
Yes.
So it's like
I've been very fortunate to have spent time around Andre Ward. He's a really, really good guy. Really good guy.
Yeah, he's like one of the like a big role model for me. Like he's like he like a perfect. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of people not like as perfect. Like the people that got a lot of flaws.
Yes.
I mean, Drake got some flaws too, but like he's like a perfect dude. Like like he lived the right way. Like
yes,
so, like he's like a good role model for me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I could tell you loads of stories about Dre. But what I am saying is like when he came to London and he did a Q&A.
At Fitzroy Lodge?
He done it at Fitzroy Lodge, which are a famous boxing gym in the UK. And he did it at Miguel's boxing gym, which is Brixton's like the real hood gym. So there's a place called Brixton. Yeah. You must have heard about it, right? So that's the real. So he went down there, him and Timothy Bradley. And when he was down there, it was like, so I've come there now, so because we know each other. And it was like, oh yeah. He said, oh, Spence, come over. He said, come over, let's get some photos and that. And then one of the guys, the security guys was like, oh man, like Dre's got to go now. And I'm like, brother, you know you're in London. You got to behave yourself, right? You're in my turf. And like Dre saw me, he said, no, this is my family, man. They like pushed the guy out of the way. Yeah, come, let's come. I got a lot of time for Andre Ward. He is a really, and he's very, very old school. He reminds me of like a 50s fighter. And he's very, very meticulous. On the things that he does, I'm very close to Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter's my guy. And
yeah, I love Virgil too.
Virgil, good
dude.
people.
Virgil was on our show.
He was one of the first guys on our show. When we started our show, he was one of the first guys on the show to bless the show.
Yeah, and he gave me Virgil.
He's a real good coach too.
Yeah, man, he gave me some good advice. He was commenting me and telling me that I'm doing a good job. And when you just like with Dre, when people that's been in the game that's established are talking to you and giving you advice, you hold on to every word. So that was good from Virg. One thing I wanted to say, there's this talk with all these young kids, Garcia, Haney, who's the other one? Garcia, Haney, Tank. Yeah. But I don't hear
Teofimo Lopez.
I don't hear no one calling Shakur's name. Not one of them, Smiths. They're not calling you. And I know why they're not calling you Shakur, because they know what time it is. They know you can do the business to every single. Not one of them. I hear all these. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing Haney. I'm hearing Garcia. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing Lopez. Mm-hmm. Who's the other one? There's one more. I swear there's another one. There's Tank. But nobody is calling Shakur Stevenson. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Why do you think that is, Shakur? Tell me.
I mean, it's not really like they understand like I'm a real good fighter, and it's like a lot of people don't like to take risks, and I'm one of them fighters. Like it's a big risk in fighting me. Like I can do it all, so it's like,
come on,
you're not just getting in the ring with like somebody who like you really could beat. Like some of these dudes, they really confident that they could beat like each other.
Yes.
But when like it come to me, it's like you're not gonna be as confident because you gotta realize everybody that you just named. Yes. I've been in the ring with all of them. Like,
yes,
I've been in the ring with every last one of them. So they all like understand. Like I'm not
it's levels.
I'm not sweet. Like I'm not one of the fighters that you could really just feel me. So I ain't gonna like disrespect them. They all some good fighters. I don't got like nothing bad to say, but
okay.
When it comes time, we gonna work.
Right,
but
sir.
I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I'm gonna throw this out there too. I'm gonna make sure y'all know. I know Teofimo ain't coming down to 130. Like that's not gonna happen. If Lomachenko beats Teofimo, I want Lomachenko too.
Come on.
I want Lomachenko.
Right. So
this is cool. Wait. This show is called The Fight Is Right.
And we won our 10%.
And you heard it. Go on, talk, Shakur. Sorry.
And there's no disrespect to Lomachenko because I think he's a hell of a fighter. I think Lomachenko is the best fighter in the like from 140 down. Like I think he's like the most accoladed fighter. Like got all the accolades and like he really a good fighter. Like it's not like he's a bad fighter. But shit, I just want to take his spot.
Come on. So what do you? Obviously, I mean, you've kind of answered the question. In your opinion, Lomachenko will defeat Lopez.
See, I'm riding with Teofimo. I want Teofimo to win.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
But like if I'm really like a betting man, if I'm like putting bets on it, I say like early on the fight, it's Teofimo's best chance to get the victory if he try to like get him out of there. But as the fight go on, Lomachenko gonna get better and better and better. And I haven't really seen like Teofimo battle tested like with a guy like Lomachenko. Like we've seen it with Nakatani, but we ain't seen it with like Lomachenko. So as the fight go on, it'll like favor Lomachenko.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I was to go through like because now you've moved up, right? So you put down the featherweight crown and now you moved up to 130. Right, I'm gonna call out some names now, and I just want you to just briefly, not going to know briefly, but why you'd beat these guys briefly. Carl Frampton, why would you beat him, champ?
He's too short.
Okay. All right.
He too short, man. He too short.
Josh Warrington.
Josh Warrington, come on.
So just word him?
Josh Warrington. Why would you beat Josh Warrington?
Oh, Josh Warrington? Too reckless.
Too reckless.
Too reckless.
He comes straight ahead in it. Straight ahead.
Okay.
Too reckless. He put his chin down, head up.
Yes.
And reckless.
Yes.
All right. Jamel Herring.
That's his boy, man. That's his boy. He can't diss Jamel like that.
All right, we can pass on that one. All right, we can pass on that one. All right, we can pass on that one. We can pass on that one. Okay, Gervonta Davis, because I remember you two going back and forth with each other on Twitter. Why would you beat Gervonta Davis?
Discipline.
Come on, do the thing, man.
This is what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about, Tony?
Discipline. When I see Shakur, and this is why they're not calling him Spence. Because he's a young man, he knows the game, he's got probably the best advisor a young fighter could have in Andre Ward, and the best advisor in Jay Prince. And he understands that it's a career, not a kamikaze. You can't be blowing up in between fights. This young man knows what time it is, and that's why he's my take. Remember what I told you before the show started?
Yeah.
I said Shakur is the one that's going to be a legend.
Well, Tony can talk about blowing up and not know this. You see these Krispy Kremes, bro?
Shakur's going to be the legend. Remember I'm telling you this because he understands. He understands the discipline, and you know that's such a key point you spoke on, Gervonta, because listen, we can all say weight doesn't matter, but it does matter. It does matter. It does matter if you're not living the life of an athlete.
Yeah. It definitely do when it ain't gonna matter when you fighting somebody that don't really matter right now, but when you get in them big fights, like when I give an example Dre and Kovalev.
Yes.
Kovalev ain't got the engine and the gas tank to even keep on competing with Dre when it comes to them later rounds, because he do that kind of stuff outside the ring, and he's not living how Dre living outside the ring. So I just feel like discipline, it matters when you in them big fights, them key fights, when you fighting a Lomachenko and you got a guy like Lomachenko really in there to actually win, and it's 50-50 fights. That's when discipline is really gonna take a big role in these fights.
What about the new signing to MTK Global, Joe Diaz?
Whenever I just think that the thing with JoJo, cause I'm real cool with JoJo, so I ain't gonna say nothing bad. I really think JoJo a real good fighter. I just think slow feet don't eat.
Come on, slow feet don't eat, bro. I'm taking that one out, girl. I like that one. Slow feet don't eat. Come on, talk the thing.
But I think that he's real sharp, like up top, up here, his head, everything, his waist movement, all that.
Yes.
Is real sharp. I just think that his feet is kind of slow. And I think that's the reason why Gary was able to get off on him.
Yeah.
The way he did.
Gary Russell Jr.
Gary Russell Jr. Have you worked with Gary Russell in the past?
I sparred him one time when I was 18.
Okay.
Actually, no, I was 17, 18, one of them.
What would you say of Gary Russell as a fighter?
I think G a hell of a fighter. I think G a good fighter, real good fighter.
Yes, he got quick hands.
Really quick hands.
Yes.
Really quick hands.
I don't think he get the credit he deserves because of the fight with Lomachenko, but they got to understand Lomachenko a hell of a fighter too. So
yes, sir.
it made him look that way, but he's a real good fighter.
And I remember reading once that you actually sparred with Lomachenko. Is that the case?
Yeah, I sparred Lomachenko to get ready for the Ringtv fight.
Okay.
Okay.
And what was that experience like?
I ain't gonna speak on sparring too much because sparring is sparring, but
Yes.
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna just explain like the story. I called to like spar him like the fight before that.
Yes.
And I forgot who he's fighting, but they like, no, you can't spar him. He's an orthodox fighter. He's fighting orthodox. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I find out he's fighting.
Yeah, he was fighting Waters. Maybe that was the fight that you got called up.
Probably Waters. Yeah. So I called to find out, yo, can I spar Lomachenko? He's fighting Ringtv.
Yes.
They like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, I will call and they like Lomachenko beats up his sparring partners bad, like such. I'm like, man, y'all crazy.
Come on.
I'm telling them, I don't really care about that. Like, I just want to spar the best. I understand he's best. I like what he does. I just want to get in the ring with the best. Like, they're like, yeah, we'll get back to you. So then Carl Reddy called me back. He like, look, we're sending you down there to spar, but you're not getting no pay. They're not gonna pay you.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, that's cool with me. I don't really,
Yes.
I wasn't really like asking to go spar him for
money.
Like,
yes.
It wasn't about the check. It was the fact that it's Lomachenko.
It can't be a check. You're signed to Jay Prince.
Yeah, like, so then they like, you're not gonna get paid. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I fly down there. I spar him for like 4 rounds. We sparred. He's real competitive. Next time we come in, he ended up making me do 12 rounds straight.
Wow.
Then he ended up using me like the most. I stayed there for 2 weeks because I left on my own. Like my people kind of wanted me to leave because they felt like we were gonna end up fighting, and that was like,
yes, showing them too much.
I got enough experience. So the whole week he ended up using me a lot. The first week we sparred, they sent me back home with a check. The next week they sent me back home with a check because they used me so much that they understood that
they had to pay.
Y'all really because you can't pay these other dudes that y'all not using. These dudes is coming in the gym, putting their sparring gear on, and Lomachenko want one more round with me, one more round with me, one more round with me.
Yes.
So it's like they want so many rounds with me. These guys got their stuff on. They not even working. You gotta pay me, like.
Yeah. So it's a good experience.
But it was a great experience. Like I'm glad that I did that. Like it made me see what level I was at, see where I had to go, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a great experience.
Excellent.
That's
excellent.
So the other guy now who's creating noise, but he's creating noise up at the lightweight division is Garcia.
Yeah, I fought him in the amateurs.
Oh yeah?
You beat him?
You beat him in amateurs?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So if the proposed fight between you and him up at lightweight, you'd be happy for that fight?
Yeah, because he got the most buzz. He got like
it's crazy buzz he's got, man. Oh man, he's like some.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
yeah.
And he's like,
he's at another level. Like the guy has got 6.8 million followers on Insta. That's as much as Canelo Alvarez.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So and
yeah,
to me he hasn't really done. He ain't done a Shakur Stevenson. I'm trying to think of a top class fighter that he's actually beaten.
He hasn't. So.
He hasn't.
But you know what? Everyone is where they are meant to be for a reason. So you know what I mean, bless him. But he's is being signed now for him and Luke Campbell, right? Luke Campbell's UK fighter. What's your call for that fight?
Man, I like Ryan too, man. Like Yeah, all these dudes are like cool dudes. Like they real peaceful with me. They don't.
Alright, but what do you think? What do you think about
Let him talk.
So I'm gonna say this. Like, I think Luke is a great fighter. I think Luke is a really good fighter. If Ryan could beat Luke Campbell, they need to put some respect on Ryan's name.
Yes.
I do not see him beating Luke Campbell.
That's what I said.
Right. We was having this conversation earlier, me and Tundi, and like when that fight, I was saying to Tundi, look, Luke Campbell's gonna beat you, you know.
I was even thinking they're not gonna take the fight.
Yeah.
That's what I personally thought. I personally thought they weren't gonna take the fight. But then I was saying to Spencer that maybe they know something that we don't know.
Yeah.
But stylistically, he got a better chance fighting Linares.
Yes, absolutely. Stylistic, because Luke is the only thing I was saying, and we done a breakdown just before we spoke to you, is that maybe Luke's inside game ain't that good. You know, he's got long arms, great boxer, but I don't know how good Garcia is.
I was just about to say, do we know if Ryan Garcia got a good?
I've seen Garcia's inside game. Even though it's been against lesser opponents, but I've seen his inside game. It's been a lot more impressive than Luke Campbell's, because Luke Campbell's a guy who likes to fight at distance and like wait, and then he tries to throw that big straight right hand.
I can't agree with that.
Trust me.
I seen him fight with one fight. It was a guy stepping to him. And maybe it's before he got the new trainer or whatever it is. But the guy was like fighting him on the inside, and Ryan won by like a majority decision or like.
Yes.
It was like a weird fight, but he barely won. Like I watched it on TV, and I was like, damn, you get Ryan on the inside.
Yeah.
He's really not as good as what I thought he was.
Yes.
But thing is, I mean, he's a good puncher too, so. He's a bigger puncher than
Campbell.
Than Luke Campbell, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe he probably could catch a punch, but I just don't see it happening.
But we know what it is. It's in a few years' time. I actually believe that this young man is gonna be a top of the mountain because he's got the right attitude. And I mean, I kind of thought this before, but actually speaking to you today
has confirmed it.
It's confirmed it for me. Your attitude, the confidence that you speak with. And I think you know, because as you said, you've boxed all of these guys. And you know what it is and they know what it is. So it's just it's the same old story. Cream always rises to the top. And I'm looking forward to your journey.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Nah, man, on the reels, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on The Fight Is Right. You're a real one. I got to big up Jay Prince. I spent a lot of time with Jay Prince. Me and him were out in Dubai together, me and the rest of his crew. But I got a lot of time for Jay Prince, a lot of love and respect for the guy. And to see how you're coming through, you're a young man, but you're a gentleman.
Oh, lastly.
Go on.
What's it like having Terrence Crawford around you? Because I see you two always cracking jokes.
Nah, it's here's another one. He kind of helped me like grow in the game too. Like just being around him, like he real competitive. Like I'll give you a story. When I was like I think I was like 17. I had went and trained at the gym. We all in Colorado Springs. I'm training at the Olympic Training Center. He in training camp getting ready for I don't know what fight it was. Maybe on Gambo. I don't know, one of the fights. He getting ready for his fight, and I'm at the gym and I'm training, and then I see Julie walk in and she's like on the phone with Terrence. And I grabbed the phone. When I grabbed the phone, I took the phone. I just started talking mad shit to him like, "I'll fuck you up. Like where you at right now? I'll pull up on you and fuck you up," because I knew he was down there. He like, I'm at the gym right now. I'm about to go spar actually at the gym. I'm like, what? I had just got finished done my second workout of the day. I said, you know what? I'm on my way over there.
Come on.
Hung up on her. She ended up taking me over there to the gym to go spar with Terrence. So I get there, I'm talking so much shit, like, and I really in my head, I'm like, shit, I know I'm about to touch this nigga up, like, I know, like, what I'm built with, like, I know I'm about to touch him up. So I get in the ring, first round, I'm throwing myself, boom, boom, boom. This one I knew, like, it's a difference between pros and amateurs. I'm throwing everything. I'm doing good. I'm thinking I'm looking sharp. We only did 2 rounds, but they 4-minute rounds. At Colorado, it got altitude.
Yes.
So it's like you inside the altitude. And it was like my second day down there, so I'm not adjusted to the altitude yet. So like the first round I did okay. Man, the second round, this dude beat the holy shit out of me. Like, I never, ever, I done sparred everybody. Never, ever got the shit beat out of me the way I got the shit beat out of me with Terrence Crawford. I never even got the shit beat out of me. That day, I got my ass beat.
Come on.
But from there on, like, I've been sparring Terrence every chance I get. My last fight, I sparred him in training camp to get ready for Mariaga before I was going to fight Mariaga. But I was sparring Terrence a couple of times in training camp, like, and me and Terrence will go rounds and rounds. Like, the coaches got to, like, tell us to stop. Like, come on now. Come on. Y'all got to get out the ring now. Like, because it's always like, nah, give me one more. Give me one more. Give me one more. Like, but thing is, like, from there to now, like, I know, like, he helped me develop into, like, the fight I am, too.
Excellent.
Even the experience being inside the ring with him and even being in training camp watching him spar other people. Like, I done literally seen Terrence spar guys that's like 180 pounds and hurting them, like losing their legs, like
wow.
And some of them is fighters that's on the come up right now. Like, I ain't gonna put no names out of there, but some of them is fighters that's on the come up, and I done seen Terrence like really like, and they always act like he's not strong enough, but yeah, they crazy.
So seeing as you sparred with Terrence Crawford and Lomachenko, like when we always say who's the top pound for pound fighters in the world, like the 3 that come up is Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Lomachenko. So how would you place your top 5 best fighters in the world, champ?
See, I ain't gonna be too biased right now because Terrence know I love him, but I'm gonna go with Canelo.
Yes, sir.
Then Terrence.
Yes.
Then Lomachenko.
Yes.
Okay.
And what about you, man? You're in there as well.
Nah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
I love that. Big up. Real talk.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? Because Tundi will tell you that the biggest room
is the room for improvement.
And you're growing, son.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Shakur, it has been an absolute pleasure. I think you're the first world champion. No, we've had a lot of work.
Come on, man.
But we've had a lot of them. But you're the first one. I'm
on
so
Zoom.
excited.
You're the first person we've had on Zoom. Usually it's live phone calls.
Which is a live phone call, and it's going to be good, man. And again, I'll say it again, I believe that you are going to... You're going to be a legend in the sport of boxing. To me, it's confirmed. I'm waiting to see your journey, brother. So keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate y'all. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm at the gym.
Yeah. That's it. We're working. We're working.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Gym, man.
Dedication. That's what it's about. Dedication.
I'm feeling that, man. Sir. I'm feeling that. Grab this thing with 2 hands, champ. You know what I mean? You've just been on The Fight Is Right.
Yes,
big up yourself, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shakur, no nickname, Stevenson. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Stamina for Sale YouTube channel.